The 100 sailors that gathered early in the morning at the port of Trinity were full of adrenaline after the excitement of the day before. Although they finished the third day at night, they didn't look tired at all. Instead, they were ready to give it all on the fourth day of the cap. But before the races, tuning and trimming time. Everybody is concentrated on that really crucial stage for any combatant crew. At the first race of the day, the British defenders of the trophy started on the pin end side, with Team French very close behind them. Team Japan had a very good moment, sailing quickly and nicely. At the first mark, the defenders managed to stay on top, with the French still chasing them. The surprise came from the Swiss boat in third place. During downwind, Team Switzerland decided to sail lower. This was a very clever decision because they increased their distance from their rivals behind them. Meanwhile, the French and British had some close and passionate battles for first place. Who will finish first? All three crews seem to be having a good day and are determined to win. The Swiss performed an excellent tactic, jibing just ahead of their opponents. The Canadians overtook the second British team, a few meters behind. Just before the rounding, the Swiss miscalculated the distance to the buoy, which resulted in their dropping the spinnaker a bit early. The defenders took advantage of the mistake and gained the lead. French team was behind them. The Spanish team was really close to the top, with the Portuguese making the surprise. Things kept like that until the finish of the race. The boats got ready for the second race. Team French had a surprisingly bad start. This led them to an early tack, when the Portuguese team was blocking their wind. It wasn't clear which side had more favorable wind. The sailors were crossing the center of the course area in order to sail the shifts. The first mark found the Irish leading and Team Swiss rounding to the limit, with the Spanish on leeward. They managed to gain precious meters with an excellent hoisting of the spinnaker. Downwind time and the Irish maintained their lead with the defenders very close. Team Ireland was having a good day, and although the Irish didn't have a good start at the event, they are determined to be on the podium when the cap finishes. Will they make it? Round the contenders, many boats sailed the Bay of Quiberon. Some of the layman boats were very fast. Sailing, after all, is the most popular sport here. At the downwind mark, the Irish were still first with the defenders just behind. The second British team had some problems with the spinnaker and lost precious distance, while the rest of the fleet had a crowded rounding. The Irish kept the lead until the end of the race. The Portuguese, what a surprise, were second. Will they be as good in the next races? Disappointment for the French, who paid dearly with their mistakes at the start of the race and were not in the first three positions. Third race, and the Americans and the Irish started on top at the pin end. But just one team, the Irish, maintained its lead and rounded again the first mark on top, with the French chasing them. During downwind, the boats were spread all around the course area since they chose opposite sides to ride the waves. The defenders were quite fast and saw themselves gaining ground. So they got third, behind the Irish and the French. Will they do better? The 15 crew sailed one more race before returning to port. They were exhausted, but very happy and excited. Let's check the overall results after today's races. The French and the British defenders lead, so we should expect some very fierce close-up battles tomorrow from them. Stay tuned for the Student Yachting World Cup for some more exciting sailing.